Are you ready, Pepper? We're going to go for a nice walk. Hello and welcome to a very overcast but very warm Bedfordshire. Had a couple of hours free today, so Pepper and I are out for a quick little walk to pick up a little bit of local history, which is one of the UK's oldest dovecotes, with ties back to Henry VIII. It's like just a fairly basic but very well kept and sort of well restored old building. Actually there's a couple of buildings because there's some stables as well, but all made from sort of relatively local limestone, I think. But yeah, nice pretty buildings. I thought it'd be a nice walk along and over the River Ouse. Gets us both some steps, keeps Pepper quiet in the evening because she had a bit of exercise, and I thought while it's not raining this autumn, let's go and check it out. Really been enjoying just slowing down and walking like this year. Used to do a lot of running, like ridiculous, stupid, long stuff, and yeah, I think I figured out this year it's nice to just slow down, take stuff in, and in that time you pick up more along the way as you go. And like today, like it's it's not a massively impressive site, but it's a little bit of history that people just might not know about. It's got a story to it, and it just makes a little day on the weekend a little bit more interesting. I am already gasping though, so I think there's a nice little pub in Willington as well. I'll get myself a nice cool pint, which would be very welcome because it is so muggy today, so warm. Here they are, Willington Dovecote. Over there, Willington Stables. It was a nice place to rest and tell you about it. So sit down, Pepper. No. Oh, look at me, I'm glistening, glowing. So yeah, we're here. We've stopped on a little bench. She's not happy. She wants to play with the pigeons. Yeah, it's nice. It's so peaceful around here actually. It's quite nice and quiet. But yeah, they're really nice buildings actually. That pretty sandstone is not sandstone, it's limestone. Get it right. Yeah, they look great. There's something about that sort of colour stone that really looks quite nice. So the Dovecote is one of only 2 buildings left, but it's one of the best preserved and it's one of the biggest ones in the UK actually. And I think at its peak it could hold about 1,500 pigeons or doves. So inside, you can't get inside today, very frustratingly, but inside there's like a weird T structure shape, like hundreds and hundreds of little pigeonholes along the T, and yeah, held 1,500, and they were sort of quite valued back in the Tudor times because people would eat them for their meat and their eggs and their poo, which is nice, but actually it was quite a well prized fertiliser back in the day. So both the Dovecote and the stables are 2 buildings left that were part of a much bigger manor back in the day, but they're the only ones that are left standing, unfortunately. But they were made by Sir John Gostwycke, who's like an old wealthy landowner. He was a financial administrator to Henry VIII. He was quite a prominent figure back in the Tudor times. It was called a treasurer of the first fruits and tenths, and it was basically he had to collect taxes from the church after Henry VIII sort of broke away from Rome. But yeah, that role gave him a huge amount of wealth. So he was able to create this very expansive manor. But yeah, now these 2 are the only buildings that are left. Pepper's not been very impressed that I had to keep her tied to a chair. Well, if you stop pulling, you're excited, aren't you? You love pigeons. Tiny little doors. Cute. Right, we're rested now, so we're going to make a little move through the village of Willington and see if we can pick up a nice cold pint somewhere. So Willington itself is only like a little quaint village really. There's only a couple of hundred houses, but it was actually recorded in the Domesday Book back in 1086 as Willington. So the village itself is at least 1,000 years old, which is pretty cool. We actually ended up stopping off at the Danish camp, just like a little restaurant cum bar right on the skirt of the river. Actually, there's loads of little bits where boats can moor up and grab a meal or grab a pint. But it's open to, you know, regular walking folk like myself as well. They've got a little aviary as well, which is pretty cool. Lots of kids are loving those birds right now. They've also got cold beer and a dog bowl for Pepper, so we're very happy. Wait. Take it nicely. Go on then. Good girl. So we've had a pint, just a little short hike back to the car. Say hike, meander back to the car in the village now. Found these guys. These are Silkie chickens. I love them. Not that you would want to, but just in case you ever happened upon them. The meat of these is actually black. Not like normal chicken that's white. And we're having a scrap. Right, up you go. Come on. Good girl. No, that's my seat. Oh, for God's sake. So that's our walk complete. Just a nice gentle one today. Not the most picturesque of walks. I get it, but yeah, a little more interesting way to get the dogs some exercise. So hopefully you enjoyed it. I'm hoping to make some more of these. I've got a few trips coming up to some a lot more picturesque places, more feast for the eye kind of stuff. But I really like getting outside. It's just so enjoyable. You feel so much better afterwards, and there's so much history and sort of interesting stuff out there if you just look up. So I'm going to make more of these. Hopefully some people out there will enjoy them, but if not, I do. That's all good. Pepper, you do too, don't you? She's like, whatever mate, get me home. Anyway, thanks. Give me some comments, you know, anything that I've done wrong, anything I've done right, anything you found interesting, anything you didn't. And I'll catch you in the next one.